Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory be to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakha Kudash. And I want to say double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and blessings to the hopeful elect out there listening and learning, teaching this word in all sincerity and truth, in the hopes that we may edify and feed the lambs of Yahweh Shai, especially in these last days. What I wanted to do is just touch on a quick video here. And this is dealing with this whole AI technology, and how they're slowly introducing this. Well, not really slowly, but vastly introducing and quickly introducing this AI technology, to the public and getting them to widely accept it. And that's what this really is all about. It's about the acceptance of human integration with artificial intelligence. Further connecting you to the Internet of Things, in the name of peace and safety, or not really the name, but with the vibration of peace and safety. And that's the spirit that they're pushing at the moment, where we need to come together, and band together in order to stop, the multiple threats that, pretty much seek to destabilize, our society. So basically what it is we're in a time now where, the wider public now are just ready, especially over here in the UK. And I remember Elder Apostle Tahar doing a video saying the elect in the UK shall be tried first. And they are really, really ramping up this AI technology over here at a rapid pace. All right, and there's a reason for that. Now, could 2025 be the year that they really set this thing off? Maybe so. And we hope that it is, because we wanna finally be able to rest. We can't rest in this place. All right. The scripture says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." Because it is polluted, and it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. So you got people that, they want to, kick their feet up in Babylon. Kick their feet up in this man's kingdom. But look at the draconian measures that they're pushing, right? Under the guise of peace and safety. This is Revelation chapter 12 and 12. And when I say they, right, I'm talking about the wicked elites, all right? The elite banking families of the nation of Esau, Edom, okay, which is the wicked that the Bible speaks of. And they are pushing these draconian measures and all these policies, draconian measures, in order to instill, their new world order, which is where they want, all these people chipped. All right, so this is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time." Right? And the word devil means slanderer, and that's exactly that's the spirit that Esau's got, and he slanders us before the Most High. All right? And he sets up all these pretty much organizations to keep our people going off, and then, pretty much accuses us before the Most High, slanders us, and that's the spirit that he's got. And he's the ultimate deceiver. Okay? And the reason why he's going to come down with great wrath, because he sees his truth getting pushed out. He sees it. He sees the prophets out there on the highways and the byways, pretty much kicking this word. All right? And he doesn't like that. He doesn't want that to happen, because ultimately, what we're prophesying of is a new kingdom which is a threat to his kingdom. All right? And an inevitable threat at that, which is going to come to pass, because the prophets have always been prophesying against kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence. And this is the most wicked, evil kingdom of all. So wouldn't it make sense that if the prophets, like the scripture says in Jeremiah 28 and 8, right? The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence. And you mean to tell me that the most evil, wicked kingdom of all that's ruling right now on the face of the earth, right? The earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, right? That the scripture says in Job 9 and 24. You mean to tell me that the prophets ain't going to be prophesying against that kingdom? Right? The second leg of the Roman Empire. Come on, man. And that's why they're coming down with that great wrath. Right? That's why they're pushing out these draconian measures. Right? That's why they're, they want that wide acceptance of, AI. That artificial intelligence. Okay? When you go into that word great wrath, in Revelation 12:12. The word there is thymos. It says it says passion, angry, heat, anger, forthwith boiling up and soon subsiding again. So he's angry, man. You know, this devil is angry. All right, the Apostle John, right, mentioned this. Okay, you know, he's coming down with great wrath because he have but a short time. Okay, in fact, hold on a second. Yep. So it said that you know, great wrath because he knoweth, but he have but a short time. So we know what's going on. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play you a little bit of this video here. It says the AI technology helping police catch, drink, and drug drivers. You know. Now they're gonna go in and explain exactly what this technology is all about. This is from the channel GCM, right? So let me just play you a little bit of this here.
It's expensive.
Oh man, I don't know what happened there. Shut up, Pete. Bear with me. These stupid adverts and stuff, you know. Right. Right. Let me just skip past this one here. Right. So this is the camera now that they're setting up. This was put up like a day ago. Now I don't know if this is old news or you know the person that uploaded this video. If this is brand new technology or is old news, which nothing's really new technology. They've been having this behind the scenes. They're just waiting for the right time to roll it out. You know, a lot of the time the military, if not all the time, the military actually get the technology and they use it, you know, before we actually see it, like the GPS sat-nav system that was, you know, for military purposes originally, you know, and so on and so forth. But now they got this camera set up, as you can see, it's towering over the roads in London or the UK. And what they're set up to do is to catch people. Well, let's go ahead and play it.
Of drink or drugs, and you go through one of these cameras. This camera can detect impairment in your driving. So if you're under the influence of drink or drugs and you go through one of these cameras, this is going to ping you.
Yeah, dystopian new UK traffic cameras use AI to spy on drivers inside their car.
You hear that? Dystopian. All right. In fact, let's look up that word dystopian. Right, let me play that little part again there.
So if you're under the influence of drink or drugs and you go through one of these cameras, this is going to ping you.
Yeah, dystopian new UK traffic cameras use AI to spy on drivers inside their cars. You may have never
hear that?
One of the new look.
So it was described as being dystopian. Now the word dystopian, right, and I've got it here on the phone, on my other phone here. It says relating to or denoting an imagined state or society where there is great suffering or injustice. A person who imagines or foresees a state or society where there is great suffering or injustice. And that's exactly what's going to start happening. Okay? Where they're going to cause people to suffer out here. Remember, the scripture says that they shall be like madmen, sparing none. It ain't just going to stop at cameras. Soon there's going to be big ass boots kicking off the door hinges. You know, dragging people out of their homes and putting them in concentration camps. You know, because this is the dystopian future that they want. And they need chaos, all right, in order to establish these draconian measures, in order to establish their version of order, their new world order. That's why the scripture says in, 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Okay, so let's go on to a little bit more of this camera and what it. Now I'm gonna fast forward here because they're pulling people over. You can watch the rest of this video for yourself, but just describe what this camera is all about and what it does.
Work through behaviors, which is impaired driving and basically dangerous driving. So the AI is a component there basically which is there to work through the data that comes from the sensors and give us an indication of what it thinks might be abnormal or dangerous behavior based on...
So what it thinks, the it being the artificial intelligence. All right, and what we're seeing is more of a global acceptance of, you know, the mediation of artificial intelligence, which is Esau's witchcraft on the left-hand side. You know, Elon Musk even made a statement about AI. He said it's like with AI, it's like we're summoning a demon, you know? So pretty much, you know, people giving over their rights and their, you know, the modes to govern themselves. They're giving that over to AI, man. Right? Under the guise of peace and safety. Now, why would you not want a camera, mate? What if your daughter gets hit by a car and this and that? You know, but we're not talking about that. What we're talking about is the acceptance, the wide acceptance of the relinquishment, right, of your so-called freedoms. Freedom of speech, or, you know, it's going to be like George Orwell 1984, like the Elder Ramar, you know, was going into it yesterday. And he says, you know, he did a video about something to do with thought crime. And it's exactly what they show you in George Orwell 1984, where that was a dystopian event, or a futuristic turn of events that had taken place, where, you know, pretty much, you know, you were getting locked up for thought crimes and so on and so forth, and tortured and taken to room 101 and that, you know. So this is what's going to start happening. The scripture says the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye shall be tried, and you shall have tribulation 10 days. You know, be thou faithful unto death, and I shall give thee a crown of life. So the scripture says, you know, that we are to be faithful unto death, you know, no matter what, you know, because ultimately, you know, this global acceptance of AI, which, you know, when they start interviewing people, what do you think about this, mate, outside the shops and that, you know, I think it's great. There's not, you know, hardly anyone that even said it was bad or anything like that. You know?
Correctly. But what's going to be interesting is finding out what the public think of these controversial cameras.
Well, it's wrong, isn't it? You can't drink and drive because you can cause accidents and kill people.
I noticed straight away.
See, the first thing they do is they trigger people's emotions. Oh, it's wrong, isn't it? You can drink and drive, right? Kill people. I mean, these are the kind of people that we got to like navigate around, man. They just don't critically think. They don't even think about the long haul, about what this AI, the acceptance of this AI is actually, you know, massaging their brains to be able to receive, like in the future, like the acceptance of it, you know. So that's why these people are ready for that chip, man, because they ain't just gonna stop at AI. Because now, what if the AI ain't doing? They're not doing a good enough job, but now they've accepted the AI. But guess what? The new thing is to accept the chip. Now the chip inside of you that can detect whether you're drunk, and they won't even let you drive, right? If you've got too much of an alcohol content in your blood or whatever, it won't even let you get, you know, it won't even let you open the car door, you know? So imagine that, you know, yeah, well, that's, and the thing is, it's going to go from them saying that it's great from the cameras, it's going to go for them saying that the chip is great, you know? And you can see these people accepting that, man. And when I say the chip, I'm talking about the mark of the beast, okay? In Revelation 13 and 16, I'm talking about the RFID chip that they're going to put inside people's hands, man, and their foreheads, you know? So this ain't far. Look, we're at the end, man. We are just literally at the time where Esau is about to push out, you know, with great wrath, you know, his device, which is the chip, right? And he's going to deceive the people into taking the MOTB.
So what's the plan with these now you get back into your car?
I'm going home and drinking at home on my lovely couch.
That's the way you should do it. So obviously, with these new cameras detecting people that are on drugs and also alcohol, what do you think about this new technology?
Brilliant. Jordan, what do you think? Well, they're there for a reason, right?
Okay.
I think they're absolutely fantastic.
Yes, Gabe.
Look at these people, man. I think they're great. I think they're actually there for a reason, right? Yeah, they're there for a reason. Yeah? Let them get snapped up. Yeah. Now, what they're saying is that this camera can detect abnormalities in your driving. So if you swerve a little bit, or sometimes you might just man, you know, you might just have a little, you know, you might have to swerve. What if something's, you know, in front of you and that you got to dodge it? Like what if a deer runs out in the road? Some of these country lanes, you might have a rabbit or a deer that just runs out into the road. You got to swerve it. Right, pulling you over, mate. Right? Yeah, because you swerve. Yeah, but there was a deer, mate. Right. Okay. Right. Let you go then this time. But just see, it's just what it is they're just. This place is just fucking ready for the chip. A lot of these people, I think it's great. You know? But the artificial intelligence, man, this is the dystopian future, man. It's gonna get like Equilibrium out here. If you've seen that film Equilibrium, or Fahrenheit 451 with Michael B. Jordan, and or Hunger Games, you know, they 15-minute cities with the different districts and different zones, and this is what, you know, this dystopian future that they want. Right? And these people are, you know, pushing that peace and safety spirit. Well, I've got a precept for that, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, well, I think it's great, right? They're pushing peace and safety. Listen to them.
I'm actually an ex-police officer, and I have seen the horrors that drink and drive actually does.
Yeah. There are horrors in life. There are actual horrors that actually happen all the time. Okay, since the beginning, all right? There was Cain slew Abel. You know, Cain slaying Abel. That was a horror right there. Do you know what I mean? Horrors actually do happen out here. Okay? And you see what I'm saying? They're playing with the emotional heartstrings of these people. Right? For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come up upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So they're going to push that chip out, man. Peace and safety. Oh, look at the chaos. This is way too chaotic. We need to introduce AI to just pull people over. No more random stop and searches. No more random pulling over. Now the robots are going to do it. You know? This is bullshit, man.
I slowed down. I didn't go on my phone ever, so...
Yeah, I slowed down. I don't go on my phone ever. I mean, these people are just ready for this, man. These people are ready for it, okay? To hell with this society, man. This is what I'm saying. This is why we need, Yahweh Shai to come back, man, to just end this place. Because these unrighteous decrees that they're pushing out, right now it's starting with the cameras. Then they're talking about rolling out digital IDs, right, in 2025, right? Tony Blair keeps talking about it, man. I don't want to say his name. Bill, you know who I'm talking about. Gates. He keeps talking about, climate change reduction and that and whatever. In fact, he even went on a TED talk and started talking about taking people out by the millions, by the billions, in order to reduce CO2 emissions. And then the people in the audience, they just laughed at his statement when he said, well, we need to drastically reduce one of these categories of people, or one of these categories on the presentation that he had behind him. And the letter P stood for the people. And the people just laughed. So they're talking about, remember they had the Georgia Guidestones, right, which they, mysteriously just blew up, where they maintain human population around 500 million. So this is not, look, man, this ain't no joke. This is like real shit. This is what's happening. This is what's going down. Okay? You can call us crazy all you want, but the thing is, the scripture says, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them.
I absolutely promise you, it doesn't just destroy a person who's drinking and driving if they have an accident, it destroys families.
Why would you take drugs and then get in the car and drive? It's dangerous.
People learn from them.
They're good at that.
And this man is a violent man. How comes no one ain't pointing out the violence that he's doing on the earth, the bombs that he's dropping? No one's pointing out the violence that he constantly... he's a hypocrite. These devils are hypocrites, man. They want to push out these draconian measures, AI, and it's about safety of our cities. But at the same time, he's destabilizing countries, right? Robbing their natural resources, putting people to the sword. That's why the scriptures speak about the red horse in Revelation 6 and 4. That power was given unto him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Esau, Edom, in the Hebrew, Edom, in the Paleo Hebrew, the pure tongue, the Lashwan Kodash, right, is Adawam, right? And it means red. So that red horse is dealing with Esau because a horse represents power, represents his power structure. And he was given power to take peace from the earth. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, right? So with that power that he's got over the earth, he's going to push out these draconian measures, man. All right, and he's going to get people chipped out here. That's at Revelation 13 and 16. That no man might buy or sell, save he that had the M-A-R-K. Now again, they're gradually introducing these things into society, talking about AI, cameras, talking about digital IDs, which is digital IDs. They're saying, look, you can't even enter, you can't even enter into the to a shop unless you got a digital ID, or you can't buy you can't buy alcohol unless you got the digital ID, and this and that. So they're letting you know that they're clamping down on your mobility in society, basically your ability to be able to move around, do this and that. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. That's 2 Ezra 15 and 17. So we ain't making this up. Okay, I didn't even notice that he's got all saints on his on his top. It looks like all saints. And the saints are the Israelites, man. We are the Israelites, man. Okay. I mean, that looks a little bit fucking, that looks a bit, you know, coded to me, that does. It looks a bit crazy, that does. But you know what, man? At the end of the day, look, we're the Israelites, and we're the ones that Yahushua is coming to save, the elect of the nation of Israel. No other nation, man. So we're about to go through the hour of temptation. You know, we can close out on that one. All right, let's get Revelation 3. And, yeah, so we can't be ignorant of Satan's devices. All right, so, Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall also come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. You see that? Right? So the hour of temptation, we're all going to be tried. We're all going to be tested, man. We're all going to go through that. You know, oh, you don't, want to be able to buy or sell. You can't buy or sell unless you get that chip. You know? And when they push it out, that's when, people are going to start folding like a taco under the pressure. What about the children? What about, oh, she needs to eat, or she's hungry, my daughter, my son, she's weak, limp, she hasn't eaten in 2 days, this and that and whatever. People are going to fold, man. But as for the elect, the scripture says, my servant shall eat. The Lord is going to feed his elect, man. Yeah, and you may be tested. You may go without food for 2, 3 days, 4 days, whatever. But then the Lord could just have something happen where, that was just a test of your faith at that time, to see if you was going to fold, to see if you were going to get chipped up, See if you're going to integrate with this man's society, and it comes at a price, man. You sell your soul to the devil. Basically, you receive your badge of servitude, and you declare Esau as your God. Because it goes deeper than just taking a chip, man. By you doing that, you're saying, look, you can't do anything without Esau. He's your God now. He now controls everything, how you move, how you think. You're not even going to be yourself. You might, but death is better than that. Death is better than that. You can't even basically govern yourself. You need this man to tell you where you can and can't go, what you can and can't do, how to think, how to feel, how to, like Scarface said in that movie. Al Pacino said in the movie Scarface, they tell you how to think, how to feel. Anyway, man. So with that, look, I pray this is edifying. And the scripture said in Psalms 37 and 7, man. Let me close out on that one. I always do this, man. I was gonna close out, but then another scripture. I just want to get this one here. It says, "Rest in the Lord." Psalms 37 and 7. Rest in the Lord, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, and wait patiently for Him. Yeah, the scriptures speak about the patience and the faith of the saints, man. We got to wait patiently for the Lord. And the word patience means to suffer. So we're gonna go through a lot of suffering. The scriptures speak about that in Acts 14 and 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we through much tribulation enter into the kingdom. All right, so we're going to go through much tribulation, man, the hour of temptation. We're all going to be tested. It says, fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way. Yeah, this is Esau's way, man. He seems like he's prospering right now, but remember the scripture says when he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. And that's going to come by way of that thermonuclear destruction, man. So all of this, conforming to this way of life and, what you feel about how society should be and how safer it will be for this camera to be put up and that, all of that shit, when the missiles come, none of that shit matters. When the chariots get here, none of this shit that people are talking about, right, or they hold value in, right, matters. Which is pathetic to be holding value in this man's technology and his society, man. It's pathetic, because ultimately it comes to an end. Remember, the scripture says the fashion of this world passeth away. Who's currently the current ruler of this kingdom? Esau. And the scripture tell you in 2 Ezra 6 and 9, Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. Yeah, the saints, man. Yeah, which are the Israelites. So Esau can't escape his fate, man. That's it. He's done. He's, like the handwriting that came on the wall that was interpreted by the prophet Daniel, right? When Belshazzar was drinking out of the vessels of the Lord and they were being proud, and the handwriting came on the wall. And look, man, he just told them, look, your kingdom's done, man. Your days are numbered, basically. Just like Esau, nothing new under the sun. And the modern day Babylonians are the Edomites, man. Right? Because they're the ones currently in rulership on the face of the earth. This is their kingdom. So they're about to go down. All right? It says, fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass, decreeing these unrighteous decrees, pushing out these draconian measures under the guise of peace and safety. But when they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction's coming. Yeah? Scripture says in Sirach 5:7, in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. So it's over for these people, man. You placed it, your faith in this man's society, his system. And when you realize, well, you've been tricked, you've been had, you've been scammed. When them concentration camps start getting set up, people start getting fucking drafted into these wars, heads getting lobbed off and the guillotines and that. You see how this devil, is going to show them horns, man. Great wrath, a short time. That's when you're going to realize you've been had, you've been scammed. And you're going to realize that the prophets had it right. The scripture said, then shall they know that a prophet had been among them. So with that, man, I pray you edify. Shalom to the elect.